Scott Schweiger with Burn CPA back with episode 7 of Tuesday Tax Tips. Getting back to changes to itemized deductions this week. This week's tax tip, wave goodbye to those employee business expense deductions because the miscellaneous itemized deductions subject to the 2% limitation have been removed. Scott, what? Yeah, plain English would probably be better. So, first off, this mainly affects waged employees. It's not business or self-employed individuals that are going to be hit by this. If you receive a W-2, this is for you. In the past, you could deduct some expenses incurred for work if your employer didn't reimburse you for those expenses. Things like travel, meals and entertainment, union dues if you've got a uniform expenses for work, continuing professional education, things like that. You could also deduct some other certain expenses like investment advisory fees, safe deposit box rentals, and tax prep, to name a few of the personal ones that are now removed by this. So starting in 2018, none of these things are deductible on your tax return. One of the big losses is moving expenses. They're usually pretty high dollar value. If you relocate for a job, you used to be able to deduct a portion of that your employer did not reimburse. So if you spent $5,000 to move and your employer gave you $2,000, you could deduct $3,000 off your return. That's no longer the case unless you're qualified military. So if you're in the military and you are making a move for work, you can still take that deduction. You're the one exception there. So while this all sucks, what can you do about it? So it's too late for 2018. We have to now start thinking about 2019. But starting now, see if your employer will reimburse you for those expenses that you used to be able to deduct. So travel expenses, meal expenses, union dues, uniforms, things like that. If they do that, it's tax-free to you because it's a legitimate business expense, and your employer gets to take the deduction on their P&L. So it's a win-win. You get made whole, they get a tax break. So for those non-business deductions like tax prep, there's not anything we can do about it. So sorry about that. You no longer get a benefit. You may get one for state still, but you're not getting one for federal. So everybody's situation is a little bit different. Remember, how this will affect you depends on your particular set of circumstances. Obviously, if you're a business owner, don't pull a wage. This doesn't concern you at all. But if you have any questions on your specific situation, please contact your tax advisor or reach out to me if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I hope you join me next week.